The gospel text of today is taken from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 10, verses 17 to 24, and relates the return of the 72 disciples who were sent on mission. Luke's is the only gospel among the synoptics which has two mission discourses. The first one in chapter 9 is to the 12, and the second in chapter 10 to the 72. By having these two mission discourses, Luke is saying that mission is not the prerogative of a select few, but mission is to every disciple of Jesus. In the verses that we will read today, the disciples who are sent, the 72 who are sent, return from mission, and they report to Jesus all that they said and did. When the disciples were filled with joy on their return and report to Jesus that even the demons submit to his name, the response of Jesus is to see the fall of Satan and of Satan's power, and to thank the Father for the Father's graciousness. Since the disciples here confirm that the demons are cast out in the name of Jesus, it follows that Satan's rule is indeed coming to an end with the coming of Jesus and the giving of his authority to his disciples. However, as far as the disciples are concerned, what is more important than Satan submitting to them is the fact that their names are now recorded in the book of life. This is the only instance in the Gospels in which Jesus is shown as rejoicing. Luke chapter 10, verse 21. And the rejoicing is because God has favored not the wise and intelligent, but the unlearned, and revealed to them the mysteries of the kingdom. The last two verses in the text of today, in which Jesus speaks of the blessedness of the disciples, are found also in Matthew. The disciples are indeed in a privileged position because they have been able to see and experience what prophets and kings have not been privileged to see, namely the mighty works of Jesus, which resulted in the fall of Satan and Satan's kingdom. The results of our actions ought not to concern us as much as doing the action to the best of our ability. If we are clear that it is God's kingdom that we are called to work toward, and that God is the one who is finally in control, we will be able to focus on things that we have to do and not worry about the results. If we focus on the present, on the now, the results will take care of themselves. Will you focus on what you have to do and leave the result in God's capable hand?